guys, this week's video is all about how to make the most of 2017, the year in front of you. And for me, people write resolutions, they have lists of things, they have goals, and I firmly believe that if you write something down and really call it to action, that you will be held accountable to that list. But for me, I like phrases or words. Last year my word was balance. I'm still searching for that. Libby, did you find it?
No.
But I have a typography outside my studio that says work hard and be nice to people. It's by Anthony Burrell, and I really, truly subscribe to this. For me, it is the baseline for how I live my life. And if you look at it, whether you're going into school, whether you're a mom, whether you're a grandmother, whether you have a mega job, or you're just starting a new passion project, no matter what slice of the contour you're coming at your life from, I think working hard is a really important avenue to take always. And then the be nice to people part just kind of fits with it, doesn't it, right? You can always tell how somebody is by how they treat the woman bringing you your drinks at the table, or the kid, on set holding the light, or whatever it is. And I really learned that from the movie industry in my early days in film, seeing how people who are big and fancy treat everyone on the crew the same way. They're just as kind to the guy driving up in the coffee truck as they are to their fellow movie stars on set. And then conversely, there are guys that are in the coffee truck that are talking down to the guys working for them. So I think that you have to really look at life through the lens of working hard and being kind to everybody you meet. And I always say I treat everybody the exact same. My shtick never changes, no matter who I am talking to or whom I'm dealing with. So for me, that's ground zero. Tip number 2. Is it a tip or is it a trick? It's a hack. Edit. Learn how to edit. Not just your wardrobe and your world. These days everybody's talking about how to pare everything down and take things back to the basics. But I really look at this and subscribe to this in terms of the relationships in your life. And some of those edits can be really difficult. And learning how to say no for me has been a major turning point in my life, 35 onwards. Saying it is my husband always says there's more power in saying no than there is often in saying yes. And I really believe that. And once you let go of the edge of the no pool, as I like to call it, and just get out there, it is so liberating. Libby and I are super into this book right now, the life-altering, life-changing magic of not giving a f***. And I think that is something that you should subscribe to. Just be like, you know what? It doesn't make me happy. It's dragging me down. I'm going to say no. Life hack number 3. Never start to believe that you're big and fancy. I think that people who lose track of who they are and where they want to go and what they want to do, sometimes those things all get sort of fused together. So if you're really determined, and we're always encouraged to go after it and say what you want and believe yourself, and you'll get there. But then sometimes along the way, some of your principles can get compromised in your efforts to get the prize, whatever that might be, across the finish line tape. So I think checking in with yourself, and some people meditate, some people do yoga, some people pound out a run, some people write poetry, whatever it might be. I think Libby thought the poetry piece, you don't write poetry? Oh, Matt does. But I think checking in with yourself through whatever means to keep it real and keep it back to basics is how you can, let's just say, not start to believe your own press. Keep it real. Okay, hack number 4, social media and falling down the rabbit hole that is online influence. And I think that it's a really slippery slope. So trying to keep a really realistic perspective on what you see on your phone or on your laptop or your device, I think that it can get a bit much sometimes. So really either taking a break from it or just not taking it too seriously. It's a gray area for sure. It's the gray area in which I've earned my living, whether through traditional media or digital media. So I sound like a bit of a contrarian here, but I also think that it can be so deceptive, and we all know that. But I think you have to check in with yourself and remind yourself of that. I have a girlfriend who is a fashion designer. She's a philanthropist. She's a rock star wife. She's got such an interesting, full life. But she's got such a level head on her shoulders. And on the wall of her atelier in Sharpie, she has written, "Everyone's life is a mixture of happy and sad. Don't let social media fool you." And I am such a proponent of that statement, because I think that especially a lot of younger women, new mothers, can fall down that hole where they're watching on Instagram and they're looking at Snap and they're checking out what's happening, and it's like happy wife, happy life, hashtag blessed, blah, blah, blah. But what people don't realize is that there is drama everywhere. Behind every lens and every shot and every airbrush technique, there's garbage that goes along with the beauty and the perfection. So it's in fact not perfection. So just keep that in check. I know that I try to. Libby, do you?
I try.
Okay, last tip. This is so Canadian. Don't apologize all the time. I met a woman recently and she was this smart, together, beautiful, collected female. And I said, we were talking about work, and I never say, what do you do? Because I also don't want them to go, what do you do? And then I'm like, what do I do? But it came up and she said, oh, I'm off to this meeting. And I said, what do you do? And she said, I'm just a lawyer. And she went like this, I'm just a lawyer. And I was like, what do you mean just a lawyer? Are you kidding me? That's amazing. You're helping support your family. You're going to work every day. You're working hard. You're clearly very together. I don't know. It just felt to me like she was putting herself behind the starting blocks, and she didn't deserve to. So I think this notion of apologizing or being, it's one thing to be self-deprecating in a charming way, which I feel I am. It's another to take away value from yourself. So I think that, and I say sorry so many times throughout the day, almost as a, instead of excuse me. Like if I bump into somebody, I'll go, oh, sorry. No, excuse me. So I really think that working on things like that is a great way to add a bit of confidence to your step, right? Libby's nodding.
Yeah.
You never say sorry.
I'm never sorry.
No, but our personality types are that. Can we, it's one thing to be a pleaser, but it's another thing to be a doormat, and that we are not. So go get him, Tiger. If you like below, please be sure to do so, and remember to subscribe, and we'll see you next week, Friday. What? Bye.